Hi, Steve Champagne here. In this short overview video today, I want to talk about a new feature that we just put into 1.6 of myVirtualCaller. And that is the ability to build business-to-business calling lists through the Google Places API. As you know, Google has millions of businesses in their Places database, and we're able to tap into that database to build free telemarketing list for you and your telemarketers. So without further ado, let me show you how to use this little powerful tool. So what you need to do is go down to the list management section here, okay? And what you're going to see is a button that says build list. When you do that, you're going to get this dialog box right here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get some search terms. Now we need to use geolocated type of search terms like dentist in XYZ city, California, Oregon. That's what we need to find, okay? And build a list. Now, you can put as many terms as you want in here, and we'll search each term one by one. To help you put together that list, we've linked that to a public website where all you have to do is put in a zip code, give it a radius, and I'm going to use a radius of 15 miles. We're going to research dentist today. We're going to uncheck a few boxes right here. Well, you only need to have this one where it says, include cities plus abbreviation. And then we'll come down here and hit submit. We'll go to results. And as you can see, we have 38 terms. Now, I'm not going to use all of these terms. What I'm going to do is probably just take the top terms right here. And I can already see that we're going to pull into the Vancouver area. So let's grab from here to here, back over here. Paste that in. What I want to do is take the Vancouver, Washington one out. Like that. And then what I'm going to just say dentist OR. So I know what they are. So I gave the list a name. And we also could assign it to an existing list too, like dentist example if we wanted to. Next, we want to make sure that they have a website. Okay, if they don't have a website, you're probably not going to get any business from them. They minimally need to have a website, and of course, since we're putting this into myVirtualCaller, we clearly want them to have a telephone number. Now, Google also gives us their star ratings. Now, if a business actually has a star rating, you could actually filter down on that. Now, dentists generally don't have star ratings because to get a star rating from Google and Google Places, you must have at least 5 reviews, okay? Now, if you're focused on restaurants, which get a lot of reviews, then that is a feature or a filter that you may want to use, that maybe you just want to work with restaurants that are only 4 stars or above or 3.5 stars or above, so they have a good reputation to work with. You generally don't want to do business or try to help out a business that has a low star rating. And they may not even be a good customer too. So we put that feature in there. The next you need to do is tell it how many times you want to pull against this name, like, this keyword term, I should say, like dentist, Portland, Oregon. Do you want to pull it 1 time or do you want to pull it 4 times? With a very large list like this, you only really want to pull that name once, all right? Because every time you do that, it's going to go back and pull the name 1 time up to 4 times. You can set this to 4. Now, when would you use this? Well, let's say restaurants is another good example to use this, and you wanted to use a large metro area like Portland, Oregon, or like San Diego, or Los Angeles, or New York, and you want to bring in a bunch of restaurants in one fell swoop. This is where you would use it. But we're going to keep it just the way it is, and then what we're going to do is just hit pull list. So what's happening now is that we're actually going out to the Google Places API. We're going into that database, and we're pulling back into our system the terms or the businesses associated with each of these terms, 20 at a time. We're going to dedupe against the address, and then we're going to dedupe against the telephone number. Now, for a list this size, it's probably going to take about 1.5 to 2 minutes. So I'm going to pause the video, and when it's done, I'll be back with you. Okay, I'm back with you. It took roughly about 2 minutes to bring back 161 records, okay? Now, there were 12 keywords that we did research on, so it should have pulled back 240 records. But after we deduped the list, it gave us 161 records to look at. Now, the results are over here, and so what you can do before you import them into myVirtualCaller and start building lists, you can start looking at this and say, well, do I really want to make a call? So like these Bright Nails, I know I definitely do not want to call them because they're franchises and they're generally difficult to find that decision maker. So you can quickly scan through here, see if there's anything that you may not want to approach, like all these gentle dentals. I definitely don't want to be calling on them like that. And I'm just going to keep on going, see if there's anything else that jumps out at me. I'm going to delete those. And once they're deleted, now we're down to 152 records. We have a name, or you could assign it to an existing name like sample, but we're just going to give it a new name right here, and then we're going to hit import, just like that. And we've just imported 152 records. Now, when we did that import and the system saw that we already had that person in our database, our calling database, it would not have imported that number, so there wouldn't be any duplicate records in that, okay? So that is the new list building tool that we put into 1.6. Hopefully you'll see it as a real powerful asset to myVirtualCaller and to your business. And as always, if you have any questions about myVirtualCaller, please don't hesitate to contact us. That's it. Take care.